envision 3 female attorneys coming together to have our voices heard. Each of us would have different opinions, different passions, different backgrounds, and different views. Although we are different and unique, we are able to come together to discuss our experiences, navigating through the legal profession and this thing called life. Now, the vision has come alive, and we invite you each and every week to listen to us as we talk about what's trending in the news and our legal insight, tackle real-life issues that affect not only us as attorneys, but us as women of color. Disclaimer. This podcast is intended to provide entertainment and general information. The information provided and the views given are not intended to constitute legal advice and should not be relied upon as legal representation. All views expressed on this podcast are our own and do not represent the opinions of any entity whatsoever we are affiliated with now or will be affiliated with in the future. Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome back. We have made it to 2021. I'm about to say 2020. And it is a blessing. This is your girl, Brandy. With no further questions, I know it's been a minute since you have seen our lovely faces, your favorite attorneys in H-Town. Again, Happy New Year. And a lot has happened. We have survived 2020 again. But before we get started, let's reintroduce ourselves. Taria.
Hey, I'm not to your left.
I know.
To the right?
You're across from me.
Okay.
You two hops
right
in the front.
We just did the Cupid shuffle.
Correct. On my screen, I'm to your right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But hey, guys, it's still me. I just have glasses on today. I'm trying to look smart. You know how it is. 2021. We made it. We're here. Amen.
I feel like we need to play Marvin Sapp. Thank God we made it. Marvin Sapp,
should have been me.
Right.
Could have been me.
Right.
Marvin Sapp, if you're listening, send us an endorsement.
Amen.
And now to my right in the studio,
Sam Fresh. Woo! Yes, Joe, we did it. We did it, Joe. We made it to 2021.
I hate her.
Oh, yeah.
Who is that? Is that Kamala?
That's Kamala.
That's Kamala now. You better get into it. You know you heard that that call she made to Joe. Joe. And that's Madam Vice President-elect.
And it's Kamala Harris.
It's amazing to me that now everybody knows how to pronounce her name.
Because she was
in
Kamala.
Congress. You know, everybody's like,
she was Kamala.
Cauliflower. Now she's the vice president, and now all of a sudden everybody has learned how to use syllables. That is amazing.
You funny how that works when you want to keep your job, huh?
Yeah.
That part.
You about to lose your job.
Oh, he about
you
to.
You about to lose your job.
I don't know. So they need to do something after they acted the fool. They need to get woods in.
Somebody needs to call Paula White. Paula, them angels that you were calling during the election.
Say that. Call them same angels back.
You need to put a hedge of protection around Donald J. Trump's brain.
Excuse me. What does the J stand for? Did we ever figure that out in the last 4 years? Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
In the last 4 years, I never knew what the J stood for. Besides jackass.
Here I thought it was a joke.
Friend.
But I mean,
it's John, guys.
I was thinking jackass, and that fits.
Don't do
don't
45.
Do DJ.
Is
DJ?
he 45? Yeah, 45.
DJ like that. He look good. So we're not even calling him 45. You not even Mr. President. You nothing. After what you done did,
no.
you were nothing.
He's still somebody.
You were no. You are not somebody. I hope you hear me.
Somebody's son.
They ain't claiming him.
Brother.
He is a child of God.
They ain't claiming him. Like,
He's
the children may low-key claim him. So, but no, he is nothing. But let's get started. Like I said, it's a new year. We're not going to say new year, new me. I hate that. So if you out there saying that, oh, that's my case. Remind me to say that. But it is a new year. Again, we made it. We have been through unprecedented times. As you can see, 2 of us are in the studio. 1 is via Zoom. I'm going to let y'all know now we will probably go back to Zoom. For the rest until, this vaccine and things like that. We just wanted to just say, hey, pop in real quick. We're in the studio, but we will probably go back to Zoom. So our listeners, Don't get too comfortable. Let's stay in the studio.
Are y'all getting the vaccine? How y'all feel about that?
I'm gonna get it because I know people have gotten it. Like my aunt has gotten it. One of my friends who's a nurse in Dallas, she's gotten it. So I'm gonna get it.
What about you, Taria?
Okay, so I always said I was gonna get it. I just wanted to get it like in the summertime.
Oh.
I needed some people to get
Sick
ahead
and die.
Just get all the symptoms out and see what happens.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
But
Definitely in the summer.
I think I'm moving up the list way quicker than I thought I was gonna be on that list. So we might be able to get this thing by the end of first quarter if we really want it.
Every time I think about getting it, a commercial plays in my head.
If you've been a victim,
If you have been a victim
of COVID-19
vaccine and you now have cancer or your legs fell off or your eyeballs rolled out of your head, please call 1-800-COVID. So
Yes.
I think I'm going to wait and see if people get cancer or a third leg or eye or,
ingrown
people's
hairs on their face.
teeth start falling out. It just hasn't been long enough for me. Because, the average vaccine takes like 10 years. So
You gonna wait 10 years?
I don't know if I'm going to wait 10, but I'm going to try to see, what happens to my friends. I did make a deal with some of my friends, though. So
What's the deal?
like one of my best friends, if she dies, I get her linens. She has this really nice weighted blanket. And I'm going to remember her when I'm cuddled in it. So
That's that morbid side that just came out.
Oh, okay.
When it
Sorry.
comes to
What was that? The first episode?
very
How Do You Wanna
first
Die?
season
Who you wanna die
1,
from?
episode
Yeah.
1, when we first launched that morbid side. If y'all did not remember, Sam just reintroduced a morbid side in 2021.
So I guess the next question is though, I'm preparing to take the vaccine because I need to travel. I got to go somewhere, and go
Amen.
past Dallas
Amen.
and West
Amen.
Texas
Amen.
to Houston.
Amen.
So I believe to get on that plane to go across the waters, it's going to take a little sticky that says you got the vaccine.
I was thinking a sticky or like a wristband or something.
But
so,
the remix is out too, and the vaccine doesn't help the remix. So
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
so now you up to another vaccine. See, I just want them to get their affairs in order before I just go around getting vaccines willy nilly. Just make a mega vaccine, and now we're talking.
Well, and then what if your employer requires you to have it?
Well, I know mine won't. So I know they not. I can tell you that now. The way they are, they're not going to require us to take it. If anything, because I don't even see us going back into the office probably until July, possibly. So, but I don't think they're going to take. I think they're going to encourage you to take it, but I don't think they're going to force us to take it. And we do have a lot of older employees. Like even our CEO is older. I think he would probably take it to set an example, but I don't see them requiring us to take it.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
What about you, Sari, if your employer requires you?
She said she already on the
Well,
list.
but
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take it.
She gonna do it.
you know,
I
we
think
should.
they're gonna have to require. My employer, they don't really like to wear masks. They think masks are not necessary. We wear them when guests and company comes. So,
y'all have people coming to the office?
Yes. Now, let me say, I should take out we.
Yeah, take out because we know you.
I have my K95 mask. I have my regular mask. I have my whatever kind of mask I need. I wear a mask from the time I get to my car to the time I get back to my car.
So
I don't want what they have.
are y'all 100% in the office now? Or are y'all still are y'all hybrid?
It's about 90% that's in the office. If you
Okay.
need to be at home, you can be at home. Don't stay at home too long. Eyes will shift. I have a beautiful new office, so why am I not using my beautiful new office?
Yeah, you know what though? With people who don't want to wear masks, why they always want to be like right in your personal space, knowing that it's a pandemic pendulum shift going on right now. It's like, can you back up a taste? You don't want to wear a mask and you want to be right here with it.
Back, give me 50
You
feet,
don't
not
have
6
to.
feet.
You don't have to bring me this pleading this close to me. Like I have the
on the
inbox.
table.
Correct.
Stick it in my
Like,
inbox.
why do you want to discuss why I'm wearing a mask?
Oh,
You know?
let's talk about that real quick. Why do we have to discuss why I want to protect myself from COVID-19?
Oh, I'm
Just
not
because
discussing
your
nothing.
ministry won't allow you to put your mask on. Don't worry about my ministry and me wearing a mask.
I mean, I don't discuss it. In my head, I just think, if you don't want to wear the mask, don't wear your seatbelt. Since you just all willy nilly, don't wear a seatbelt. Just
Correct.
drive and see what happens. Don't
You
call me, okay?
Call Jesus.
you know the people who don't wear masks are the same people who don't use the little toilet seat covers. You know they don't use the
The same
toilet
people
seat
that don't
covers.
wash
Of
their
course.
hands.
Yeah, you
Of
know.
course.
Wash their hands.
You sitting bare butt on them things. I know, cause you don't care. Nothing can happen. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never really use sanitizer. Never really wash your hands like that.
Correct.
Was the people at your job where, you bring like the bagels in and they're the ones who just
Right.
put their hand in the bagels?
Ooh.
Or the people who cook with their cat in the kitchen. Yeah, that's you. Anti-masker. You bring the stuff to the potluck, but you letting your kitten go ahead and help with the potato salad.
It tasted.
Nah.
Correct.
Nah, bruh. I'm good.
So let's talk about real quick. Which gears? Do we have New Year's resolutions for 2021? Resolutions, goals.
Well, based on Taria's looks tonight, I think we know what one New Year's resolution is.
Yes.
Taria's gonna
Weight
snatch her
loss.
up a man.
Catch that too.
Call him.
If you like it, you should put. Oh Lord.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Let her use you. Let her use you. Yes.
My bad,
As
Serena.
Prophetess Beyonce said.
Spirit angel of
I mean,
Beyonce. Come.
You know what?
Hey.
I will let her have that quick moment. That was a lapse of judgment. But if you like it, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it.
She gonna
Correct.
try to take the spice out of it.
Correct.
It's okay.
Okay,
It's okay. Let
Being
it use you.
open if the good Lord decides
Yes.
to
Ain't
bring
gonna say
someone
if.
my way.
When?
Yes.
When the good Lord
When.
brings someone my
When.
way.
Fellas,
let me have the eyes of
subscribers.
your eyes. Yes.
Listen, we got 2 single lawyers over here. And they are ready and willing to
I don't like how she said willing. Just
You
kinda
didn't even let me
rephrase that,
finish. Consider you
Okay.
for a
I
date.
didn't know where you were going.
You know what, Taria? We should do for the year 2021. We should do like I'm not gonna call. I'm trying to say like a dating challenge, but we should get people to slide in our DMs and like we should set up dates. I mean, of course, we're gonna vet them, of course, but for fun, like during the whole like 2021, just be like, "Hey, single men, what's up?"
And we gotta go on the dates.
I said we're gonna vet them first. We may let Sam vet, but we gonna.
I
talk
was
about
gonna
that
say
later.
y'all should really let me vet. Stop wasting y'all time. I tell you, right? Look, he ain't right. Nope, he ain't it. Listen, let me tell you something right now. If a black man, and this is for black men, if he is not getting his hair cut on a weekly, you don't want him. He don't care about his hair. He ain't gonna care about you. That's not who you want.
I have missed y'all, ladies.
Right?
I have missed y'all for
Right.
real.
Just telling you.
Miss us being together. Okay, so besides manifesting a man, you got any?
That's not what I said, y'all. That's not what I
Okay.
Okay, well, that's what I'm
Sorry,
saying.
I put that on
My
Taria.
bad. I'm saying that. I'm
Put that on
manifesting a
Taria.
man in 2021.
Because she had her. Okay.
Let's see. For me, okay, so I made a little list of, because I didn't do the vision boards this year, so I
Yeah.
just made a list. And one of them was journaling. And so the goal was, I've already messed this goal up, was to write every night, right? That didn't work. That worked like 3 days. So now it's when something happens or when I feel like I need to get some stuff off my chest to write in this journal. Because when I was in the process of like unpacking and things, I did this 5-day challenge, vision board challenge. And the lady said, write like 5-year, 10-year goals or whatever. And like make them big, right? And then you can manifest and kind of speak those things and let them happen, right? And so I found it And don't you know, everything I had wrote on that list came to pass.
Won't he do it?
And I
Amen.
didn't even know. I found it like before I moved to Austin and then came back to Houston. And I was just like, wow. So getting this journal, it's like 300 pages. If I write in the whole year and then taking it at the end of the year, maybe December 31st, whatever, and looking back and just seeing, you know, things that were concerned and kind of using like therapy,
Mm-hmm.
journaling, and just see kind of my growth, God's work, God's ability to
Yes.
manifest over my life and see what happens. So that is goal number one. Reading the Bible. I'm trying to read the
Mm-hmm.
Bible in a year. And yeah, I guess if a man comes along while I'm doing all this, then that will be in the middle of the journal. How I met this guy.
Correct. So that's one thing. He needs to be able to read the word.
Well, he got to be God fearing. Like,
Yeah, but some
Amen.
of the men that claim they got fear, they ain't met the Bible. Okay? Some of them are pastors, by the way.
I knew you was going with that. But that's awesome with the journaling. And so what I want to say, are you starting with Genesis, or are you doing like because they have 360, like reading the Bible in like in a year. So are you
Mm-hmm.
doing a scheduled like a regimen, or are you just starting from Genesis to Revelations?
So I'm doing a regimen because I don't know. It seemed boring to just do it that way, like
Yeah.
Genesis to Revelations.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, if you do the regimen, they do the same thing. So they put you halfway in. I do Genesis
Mm-hmm.
and Matthew's at the same time, right?
Oh,
So you'll
okay.
do Old Testament and New
And
Testament,
okay.
and you should run in the same. So right now, I'm learning about Jacob and Esau and how
Mm-hmm.
that family was just a hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that, but reading it again, it's like y'all were okay.
You may want to save Revelations for like a morning. You don't want to read that at night.
Well, we are living in the last days, to be honest. So, I
Mm.
mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
keeping it real. We living in the last days. But how is it reading? And I mean, I'm not trying to be so spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
but how is it reading Genesis and Matthew at the same time? So, is it like, are you doing the first part of Genesis, like say in the morning, then Matthew at night? Or are you reading them like you'll read a scripture of Genesis and then immediately flip over to Matthew's?
So I wanted okay, so I'm testing it out because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do like Genesis in the morning and Matthew's at night. That worked on 2 days. And then I was like, I can't not miss. I don't want to miss. So
Right.
right now I'm just reading it all together.
Okay.
And it's fine
Yeah.
because I I probably should have picked a different plan, but to me, I would think you do the Old Testament and then work into the New Testament.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the Old Testament is getting you prepared, right,
For
for
the
the
New
New
Testament.
Testament.
Yeah.
Um, but it's fine. This one is fine. The New Testament to me is more applicable to us now.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Jesus is,
Because
I'm in
we're
the
under
part where
grace
he's
and versus law.
right. And he's talking
Yeah.
about like his miracles and things, like all the miracles he did. And so the
Yes.
thing I learned like yesterday and today was everybody was getting healed. Like he couldn't go nowhere. That
Mm-hmm.
man couldn't go anywhere. He'd be
Correct.
like, don't tell anybody. I'm gonna go ahead and heal you, right? Don't tell nobody that I healed you. Okay. Hey, he's down
By
at
the
the
river.
cafeteria eating.
Yep. I need some
Just
healing.
line up outside.
Jesus
And that's what
knew.
they would do.
Jesus knew they was messy. What about you, Brandy? What are your resolutions?
I actually wrote it down. Mine might be kind of superficial.
They're just
They're
resolutions.
yours. They're yours.
So actually, one of my resolutions is in regards to the podcast. Like I think we're in I want to say year 3. We're in season 3. I definitely want our podcast by December 31st, 2021 to absolutely be on a whole nother level, whatever that looks like. I absolutely want No Further Questions to be something. But I want it to be huge. I want it to be big. Like that's my main resolution for like definitely for No Further Questions. I also said that for 2021, manifesting a man, I would like to, have a man on December 31st. We, watching church, or we at church on New Year's Eve, and after we pray, we kiss each other. So, but I do want to be in a relationship by the end of this year. It's time. I'll be 41 at the end of this month. It's time.
Taria, when you are reading the scripture, make sure you send Brandy the part about them only kissing each other on New Year's. Make
and
sure
not knowing, and he knew her, not that part. The King James version.
Yes, the King James version.
make sure it's just kissing.
And that's listen.
Okay.
He my man, but yes. So, and I don't want to just right. We need to be knowing each other, and on December 31st, because we have been together for a long time or whatever. I did say I wanted to upgrade my vehicle, so I am definitely looking to do that. Hopefully, like I said, it's superficial to complement my house. So
Is it superficial? Can't you just want what you want?
So I want to upgrade my vehicle, and I think that's it. I think that's all I wrote on my list.
Good.
Yeah, that's
I like it. What do you want? What kind of vehicle do you want?
She ain't saying.
You're not
I'll
gonna say?
text you. Okay. I don't want.
She don't trust you,
I love y'all.
viewers. She don't want y'all to know.
But because then y'all gonna start counting my coinage, and y'all might come for me and stuff. So
Right. Home
I'll
invasions
text
are
you.
real.
Right.
Okay.
I'll text you.
They gonna start counting.
'Cause it's not
First
even
she bought a house. Now she, okay.
Yeah.
She making some coin.
I won't even put it on
Right.
social media.
Okay.
I'll text you.
Okay. Okay.
So what about you, Sam Frey?
You know what? My New Year's resolutions, I have a few. So first thing, I want to save more money. I spend a lot of money on unnecessary things. So I want to be more fiscally wise. I have a certain amount of money that I want to save by the end of the year. I'm not going to tell y'all because home invasions are real.
Yeah.
But I don't have any. I did say something else too, is that I'm actually going to save to buy something. I typically, when I see something, I just buy it. But I have something that I want to buy that's new, and I'm going to put money away, and I'm going to resist the urge to just go out and just buy it. I'm going to save for it, put it away, and buy it. And then I also am going to work on building my professional brand a little bit more and leaning in to celebrate myself a bit. I had a few really cool things happen last year and a few opportunities this year, and I noticed that sometimes I'm a little bit awkward in like the good things that happen, because I was always raised you don't want to be a bragger or be braggadocious. So learning how to healthily is not a word, learning how to celebrate myself in a healthy way without bragging, without boasting, but just learning how to say, hey, good job, you did your thing on that, versus, all right, now I got to work on X, Y, and Z. I'm typically like, on to the next.
I mean, it's good to be on to the next, but you definitely got to pat yourself on the back.
Well,
So-
I think that, sometimes I look at it from like a religious standpoint, that when God blesses you with things and you just kind of like, all right, well, I got to go to the next thing. It kind of like, where's the gratitude? Where's the gratefulness in it? Even though we may be grateful for the blessing, but we also need to, one, showcase our blessings just a little bit so that people can know that God is real and God's blessing people and he's still healing folk, he's still blessing folk. But then also to be grateful and be thankful and be encouraged, because I see some stuff where people are posting stuff and it's like, this not even anything to be excited about, quite frankly, but okay.
Don't be hating on them people's dreams.
It's not the dream. I'm just saying, like, it's some stuff that, people be really amped up about. Like when people take pictures of their food and it be like, they don't even look good, but it look good to them.
Because they cooked
important.
it. Yes. I felt good about my first charcuterie board that I made.
Your charcuterie board
It looked good.
It looked really good,
Thank you.
But also, if you are going to take pictures of your food, don't take pictures on a paper plate. I hate the way that looks. Don't take pictures with the plate.
But what if my paper plate is the Chinese version? That costs
And what if
$5?
that's all they have?
Right. We in COVID. People ain't back at work yet.
Right.
Let's bow in a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, I pray that you bless everyone with at least one dish to take a photo of their food on. Amen.
Let it be a clean dish, Lord.
And let me just say this, because I know some people will be like, what about homeless people? That's not funny. Listen, guys, first of all, I'm joking, but two, I'm just talking about the people who post their food on Instagram, okay? I'm not talking
The
about
Instagram chefs.
if you actually suffer from food insecurity,
So I have a question. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, keep going.
go ahead.
You have any more resolutions?
Oh, I can go for days, but go ahead.
So I have a question for y'all. Are y'all virtual fatigued out?
No.
Like, how are we? Like, y'all not virtual fatigued out?
No, I love it.
You love staying at home, doing Zoom, happy hours, Zoom, recordings, Zooms.
Yes,
What
I
about you,
wish
Taria?
Joe Biden would shut the world back down.
I think he need to shut the world back down.
I wish he would.
But, but Taria.
Okay, so my dad and I were talking about this because if I'd have been smart, I would have put these braces on my teeth in March because the way it's looking is that I actually could get away with having braces on in the majority of the world never knowing by the time we get these masks off, right? So for that, I'm like, okay, cool. But I kind of miss, as much of an introvert I am, I kind of miss dinners and hanging out with people and spending time, especially since we are manifesting this man. If it's someone I don't know, it's harder to me as a single person to meet someone outside of like social media or online, because when you're in the stores, if you're going to the stores, if I'm in like a major store, I'm wearing a K95 mask. So all you're gonna have is like right here. And typically on Saturdays, there's a hat, K95 mask on, and you get about this much. And if it's sunny outside, you get sunglasses. So you don't know. I could be cockeyed, no teeth. You know what I mean? Busted all up in here. So there's no way to even know who you're dealing with. So to some extent, I do miss the interactions. I love all this because I didn't use it before COVID as much as I probably could have. So it's great for these type of situations. But do I miss giving people hugs? Do I miss being in people's presence? Yes.
I do not. I'm actually glad that COVID exists, so people will not give me hugs. Do not come near me. I'm actually excited about it. And I love the fact now that you can just get out of going to stuff you don't really feel like going to by just saying, Corona. Like, I would, but Corona. I'll send my gifts. I love that.
I do agree with that part because I had problems saying no. So I agree with that part of always trying to overrun yourself because you're worried.
Correct.
Now somebody has a Zoom something. Hey, I can only stay on for 30, 40 minutes. My battery's going to die. Or I got to go. Or, bad connection. Freeze. Just be like,
are you?
You know what I mean?
Or you just don't show up.
Right.
Whatever.
Because So I'm in between. I think I'm with you, Taria. Like, I'm kind of over the virtual fatigue. I mean, for me, I do love my house, but I'm like, ooh, I just need a little break from my house. I'm more so, even though I missed it traveling because for 365 days I was like you, I'm going to Dallas and Houston and Dallas, and yeah. So I actually I didn't do what everybody else did. Everybody went to Cancun and Tulum and all that. I just went to DC over the weekend because I needed a break. I had to get away. What I liked about being in the airport, just to get away, was it was only 60 people on my flight, and I'm having to roll to myself. And even coming back, it was 72 people on my flight. So it was a lot more. And then the crowd. And the airports were not as crowded as it used to be. So
correct.
That was great. But I think I'm just kind of, virtual fatigue in the sense to where I do want to travel more. You definitely had to be cautious. I had to take a COVID test because the state of Maryland required you to take a COVID test before you come in their state. And in Texas, we busting wide open. So
Texas don't care. Texas.
So I was like,
I think Texas actually prefers you have COVID. Come on. Come on over. We'll love you anyway.
But let's actually we're getting ready to come to a close. So let's talk. Well, let me see. Do we have time? Do we want to dive into everything that, what happened in 2020, 2021? Georgia then showed up and showed out.
I think we have to.
We have to. So we might extend a little bit if we just keep saying. But, Georgia showed up and showed out. Kudos to Stacey Adams. I'm sorry, Stacey Abrams.
Get her name all the way right.
Stacey Abrams.
Some respect.
I'm putting respect on her name. I apologize because I love me some Stacey Abrams because she's single-handedly. So
Well, I think the Deltas helped out too, but Keisha Bottoms, she's the mayor of Atlanta. But yes, I will agree. Shout out to Stacey Abrams.
So absolutely,
Keisha.
Georgia, Keisha,
Keisha and them.
So I get we do have to mention that. Of course,
Yes.
they have the Senate is now it's 50-50, and Madam Vice President will be the deciding factor. So
Yes.
there will be a lot of things. There will be a lot of changes made.
Goodbye,
So-
Mitch McConnell.
So basically, we have a new America. Oh, we made America great again. We made America. Made America great again.
Now I can wear the hat.
Yeah, now we can wear, but we got to make it blue. We can't keep it red.
Let's make them black.
Let's make them black and white.
Ooh. Okay.
I like that.
Whoop.
Any people out there who make hats? No further questions. Is requesting make America great. We made America great
Right.
again. In black and white. Send them our way.
Yeah.
Oh, we might have to do a
You know the worst part about the Georgia elections, the runoffs, was that here's this day where something that was said that wasn't going to happen happens, and then it was like the rug was pulled off underneath them
Yeah.
because
Civil War is
person
acted up.
an old man who clearly needs to take some medication, okay, and needs to see some people, couldn't just keep his mouth shut.
No, that's what narcissistics do. That's what narcissistic people are.
You know what though? This is what I will say, and I will say, this is what I had to say about the whole corona, which I enjoyed, the whole pandemic and what happened at the Capitol and everything. I'm glad all that stuff happened. Here's why. One, George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, God rest their souls. I'm not happy that it happened, but I'm glad that the world was forced to see what we have seen for years. You could not turn off the TV. You did not have to go to work. There was nowhere you can go to hide your head in the sand and say, I don't know what's happening. Right? And then on top of that, to see a group of people act a fool
On national TV.
during a national election certification after we're told, why don't you just comply? Or why don't you just let the police do what they need to do? Why are you protesting? To have that same group create a protest and now end up on the no-fly list, I just find interesting. Like, the irony in it is insane. So to me, the Capitol riot was disgusting, and I'm glad that America was forced to look at how these people have been acting. But let's not get it twisted. They didn't wake up and act like this. They've been acting like this. They've been acting like this. These y'all cousins.
The thing is, I wasn't surprised when it happened.
He said stand back and stand by and show
so
up with your guns.
Everybody kept saying that they were surprised. For what?
But I just want to know this.
I wasn't surprised I wasn't surprised they went to the Capitol. I wasn't surprised that they climbed on the riser. I wasn't surprised by that. I think when they're busting through the windows, when
stealing stuff,
they're stealing stuff, when they're trashing offices, when they are
patriots
pointing guns into the floor of the Senate, when the senators and congresspeople, who, by the way, some of these people, you can't tell them, right? Some of these people are show me people. So you got to be shown by laying on the floor and pleading the blood of Jesus and begging for your life and nearly having a heart attack. To have them laying on the floor and having to put gas masks on because for some reason this is your patriotism. I was shocked.
But it
And these
took
are not hillbillies. These are not, and I explained this
no.
to my mom. My mom was like, "Well, I think these are just hillbillies." They're not.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
These are your CEOs. These are your
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
doctors, your lawyers,
One was
your
general counsel for
principals.
Goosehead Insurance. Not anymore. But
Not anymore.
what I think is sad is that it literally took them doing this for people to see how dangerous these individuals were.
Right.
But meanwhile, they broke out the pepper spray, the handcuffs,
The tear gas, the
rubber
rubber
bullets for peaceful protests. And then
Mhm.
people, this is what bothers me. Stop saying, well, what about the looters? Listen, breaking into Target and burning down a Wendy's is not the same thing as commandeering a federal building during a federal proceeding with senators and congressmen present, endangering their lives.
And people died. 'Cause
It's
I don't
not
think any protest.
The same.
I don't think in the peaceful protest that would have with Black Lives Matter, no one has died. 4 people died. 4 people
People-
lost their lives.
People died in the
5.
protest, but it was from them being kidnapped by unknown individuals.
Well, right, but
And it was 5 people that died.
5. Okay.
And people, what they're not talking about is that there was bombs.
Yes.
Yeah, explosives.
There was some- yeah, they found some bombs.
And so again, these are top people.
Correct.
Right? And this is the stuff that y'all are doing, and for what? For a man who was too scared to even come out there with you because he's locked up in the White House.
Oh, baby, Don wasn't going out
Watch
there. His hair wasn't even done when they was doing that. His hair wasn't even secured. He hadn't even got the full. Oh no. He hadn't even got his tan finish when they was at. That was too early.
And then you're mad that you're losing your job and that you can't fly?
But my question is, they keep saying we're trying to take our country back. From who? Who has your
Yeah.
country? And where are you taking it back from? And where do you want to take it to exactly?
I'm saying, what are you trying to do with it?
I just
And out of all the candidates that you want to go fight for, this is the one y'all choose.
this
Out
is
of
your
all
king.
the elections.
This is your king.
But it's 74 million people believe this man that this election was rigged. So, but I agree this happened the way it did because it was a lot of eye openers. I'm not making excuses for those senators who came back and said they didn't want to object because I just think you were just thoroughly stupid as you a senator and you just believed that this election was rigged. But they recanted their statement. Now they see this man for who they are. Like you lost. Donald Trump is no longer a benefits the Republican Party anymore. He lost. He need to move on. Like he can't benefit the Republican Party. But what I do want to say is too, at the same time, just because this happened, the Republicans ain't sleeping on this. They grooming somebody else for the next 4 years. So just because we got our victory right now, this isn't over. It's just now getting started.
So here's my question to y'all though. Did y'all see the picture of the man with the face paint and like the bear head or like fur on?
Mm-hmm.
My question is, if you see your husband leaving the house and packing face paint and a bear coat, what do you say? Do you, honey, where are you wearing that to?
She was probably with him.
That's true.
She was probably with
That's
him.
true. She probably had
My
her face
husband,
paint too.
If I had a husband, and first of all, in my house, we are not Trump supporters. If I was married, in my house, we are not Trump supporters.
Right.
So my husband, if I had one, would not have been out there, would not have even voted for Trump.
Right.
So she was probably alongside of him. She was probably a Karen standing next to him while they was out there doing that stuff.
But let's do a hypothetical. Let's say you are a Trump supporter, right? And I don't think everybody there really believes that the election was rigged, right? Some of it's just like, we're going to go and protest and see if we can make a difference.
Right.
Right? And so you send your husband on his way. Hey, be safe. You know what I mean? Stay away from people. Don't get COVID. Don't make a fool of yourself.
And he did.
And then there you are in your house.
Yeah.
And he made
and
a
there
fool
he
of
is.
himself.
And there is Rick wearing the bear suit and the face paint that I told him to take out his suitcase. Now he can't fly home.
Now he ain't got no job.
Correct.
And the guy with the podium that carried the podium,
Yeah.
his wife was a doctor.
Oh.
And her practice is messed up. People have been
We're
calling
divorced.
for her practice the whole nine.
We're
And
divorced.
it's one of those things where y'all did all this stuff. And at least do it on the park bench. Don't go in there because the FBI, they're gonna come for you.
You know
they're
what?
gonna let you fly home, get in your little house, Arkansas, and then knock on your door. Knock, knock. Hey, how are you?
Correct.
How are you? Come on outside.
Come on out.
They may not be divorced because I heard that podium went on sale for like $900,000.
Oh, he had
like
to
that.
take it down.
Oh, did because
he's arrested.
Oh,
He's
okay,
arrested.
that's good. Well, then they're
They
divorced.
wiped that smile off his face. They got that smile off his face.
Okay, because then they're divorced. Because hypothetically, yes, if I have especially a thriving practice or whatever, or even if you embarrass me in these COVID streets, it's over. Because it's going to be extended to your family. Your children are embarrassed. Your children probably can't, if they're virtual or not. Your children are being ridiculed. They're going to be bullied. Everything. Like, what those people did not only affected them, they affected their family, friend, whatever. If I had a homie, friend, a partner that was out there and saw them on news, oh, we are no longer friends. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, but then my next question is like, imagine calling into work and then your boss seeing you on the news. Like you took a sick day to go out and they see you on the news carrying the Speaker of the House. Like, what's insane to me is the audacity. Like, you were posing for pictures. It wasn't like, oh, they caught you. Like, you was just out there just like carrying stuff like.
Did you see the one that had his work badge on? That's how he got caught. He had his work badge in one of the pictures, and his job released a statement, fired him in the statement.
Well, did you see the man? I was trying to figure out how they identified this one guy. He had on like a black hat, some zip ties, a mask on, like all this stuff on. And then I was also trying
Probably
to
his
figure out, a lot of them had
Somebody's
on masks.
ex-wife.
I
Yeah.
thought y'all
Somebody's
wasn't
ex-wife,
wearing masks.
But somebody's ex-wife identified.
Yeah, I was like, probably.
Oh
not.
no, it was a guy with the beard. His ex-wife was actually a black woman, and she was like, "That's my ex-husband." Yeah,
You know how many people the FBI has it's like an email or something?
yeah.
This is why, listen, this is a lesson right here for 2021, okay? If you have done something wrong to somebody, it might be time to get on your knees or go to that person and say, you know what? I apologize. Because I believe that a lot of those people that got caught, it wasn't the FBI. I think it was your high school bullies, the people that you bullied in high school that been looking like, Lord, how can I get this dude? He just did me so wrong. Oh, that's John Smith. I believe he still stays in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And I think that's what they did. And it's sad, but if you want to go make a fool of yourself on national TV for a president, okay, who lost, who is going to be removed anyways, go for it.
Listen, Taria, the FBI did not file anything. You want to know who solved that? The EGI, the Ex-Girlfriend Investigations Unit.
I was just about to say that. Or the mistress. Or the mistress.
Correct.
Or the side chick.
Because
he said he was going to leave her and he lied. So the side chick.
Listen,
is
the problem is if you're going to go out there and act up, you got to have a ride or die. Okay? You can't be out here doing domestic terrorism and still fooling around, on your missus. She gonna identify you. That's why you couldn't come over last week.
Well,
I will say this,
Mm-hmm.
that someone did reach out to me and say, are we going to bring back on those good old Trump supporters?
We have to.
I don't know. Are they on the no-fly list? I don't know if
Were they there?
They may have been.
You
there.
might need to check on them and see. Check on the one that your friend's husband. You might need to make sure. Make sure they're okay though, because they may not be okay after what They may not be okay.
I'm curious to know. They're probably going to say that this is all justified. So
I mean, they are gonna say it's just. I mean, I hate to say that. They're gonna probably believe the
We
election
should
is
not
rigged.
assume. There are some Trump supporters that were like, "This has gone too far." Maybe they'll be that way.
Trump supporters believe the election is rigged. Now I would agree that some Trump supporters disagree about what happened, but majority of Trump supporters believe the election is rigged. So, but yeah, we definitely got to bring them back, have the conversation, and but on that note, we are coming to a close. We said we was gonna do 30 minutes, but it didn't happen. But that's okay. It's a new year. We're catching up.
New
We've
year,
missed
new
each
me.
other. That's my rest my case. So I'm gonna start with the rest my case.
That's already starting off new. Brandy has a rest my case.
Let's rest my case. Let's burn it. Do not. New year, new me. No. Just new year. You can self love, self care, self reflect. But please, let's end the new year, new me phrase. Taria.
On the New Year's tip, please let's stop attacking people for having New Year's resolutions. If Johnny wants to say he wants to start at the gym, let him get his health together. Hey, he might have make it past February 1st, but that's okay. He started. He can continue on later.
Right.
If Susie wants to have a vision board party, let her have her vision board party. Maybe that's the vision board that she needs to send her on her way.
Correct.
We gotta stop attacking people for having the decisions that they need to make. And on that note, all decisions have consequences. Don't drop the soap in the federal prisons.
That's a good one. Sam, what's your rest my case?
Taria said, "Don't drop
the soap because they coming for you. If they ain't found you now, bad boys. What you gonna do?
Okay, so here's the rest of my case this year. I haven't really thought much about it, but one thing is that now that we have, Mr. Trump out of the White House and we're kind of starting fresh, can we heal now? Can y'all stop fighting each other on social media? Can we stop attacking each other for political opinions, and everybody can stop being fake CNN political analysts and think that they know everything about everything? And can everybody just go back to just being cool again? I understand that these were very tumultuous 4 years. And I understand the line was drawn in the sand, but I think now is the time that we can all agree that Donald Trump is just a figment of our imagination. We all woke up from a very bad dream, and we can all be friends again. Go back and friend that Republican that you unfriended 4 years ago.
Or the Republican that I thought we was cool, but you unfriended me. We go back like 5 years. You blocked me.
But also, with that, stop comparing Black Lives Matter to Trump supporters, please. That's the first thing that we have to do to heal. Okay?
They are not the same.
4 years of systematic racism and oppression do not equate over 400 years, because 400 years was just slavery.
Right.
That does not equate to you refusing to wear a mask. Okay, those two different arguments, and it's okay to have an opinion about both. We can be friends, but it's not the same. Okay, so that's kind of like to rest my case. But I want all of us to be friends again. Don't
Heal
y'all?
The world.
Don't
Make
y'all
it a better
tuck
place.
in that racism? Tuck it in. Tuck it back in. Tuck it back in, and we'll act like it never happened. Take down them racist posts on your social media. Take them down.
That's the call to action.
That's a call to action. Taria's like,
thank y'all.
I don't want them tucking it in. Keep it out.
Right, because we need to see your transparency.
no, actually, I'm okay. Just
the closet.
tuck it back in.
Well, thank y'all for listening to us talk. Basically, our first episode, New Year, it was about us coming together, basically just having a great conversation about current events, about what's going on, catching up. So, again, allowing y'all to see the unapologetic, the real us, minus, having the guests and stuff. So we always wanted to always start the new year for each episode. So you can see us, so you can be reminded who we are personally. So follow us on No Further Questions on Facebook, at No Further Q on Instagram, and NFQ Pod on Twitter. We about to get that Instagram and Facebook social media about to be live and popping this year. We are definitely looking forward to some new things in 2021. I'm sending this call out. So if you are a small business owner or even a large business owner, start sending your stuff our way, because we are looking for sponsors this year and promoting. So
we're gonna try new things.
Yeah, we're trying new things. So we are definitely gonna start advertising this year. So definitely send us your stuff, send us your promotion material. We would love to wear it. We would love to share it. We will, so yeah.
If it's quality, I mean, don't be sending us anything now.
Right, and not provocative or definitely, provocative or obscene. We're not taking just anything, definitely, but we are looking for sponsors. So if you're listening, if you are a small business owner, or if you know somebody who is, definitely shoot them, send them to our DMs, Facebook Messenger. But we are looking for sponsors this year. And on that note, you can follow me at brand_Janae for the new year. Same Instagram. Taria, they following you?
Yes, follow me to my Instagram, Simply Being T. I'm kind of sad. Michael B. Jordan is in a situation right now. He will come out of that situation. And so until then, if somebody wants to come and hang out with me while I wait for Michael B. Jordan to get out of his situation.
He is with Lori Harvey. I saw that.
I'm happy to see she's away from Future. Praise him.
And
she left without a baby. That's his parting gift.
Puff Daddy.
She's with everybody.
Yeah, she was.
She's young. Oh, but guess what? New year, new me. You can follow me at SamFrez22. I think that's my Instagram. Not sure, but you can follow me.
Well,
God
we are
still working out miracles here.
Right.
Y'all thought he stopped before he got on the cross. He is still alive and well. Do you see what's happening here, people?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Yes, he will.
And like Taria, keep letting us know how the regimen of the Bible scriptures, because I definitely
now I have to finish this thing.
You have to.
Right.
You have to finish it, because I'm gonna ask about it. Like, what's going on?
Yes. Give us a word. That could be a new segment.
Give
the
us
word
a word
for the day.
So will say this.
I am not an evangelist, guys.
No, we know that. We know.
You just a reader of the word. Come on.
Okay.
All right, and we're out. Thank y'all. Happy New Year.
Peace, love,
Bye, guys.
and so. Please don't sue us. I'm pretty sure that's trademark.